Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
What's up everyone, Coco Urth back here, and today I have a coal review. Sort of a dual coal review, but really I'm mainly going to be talking about the new Coco Urth Hexagon Coals, but I will be talking a little bit about the Coco Urth Big Cubes as well, since I have them on hand and might as well throw them in since it's a Coco Urth review. But as you can see, I got two hex coals, hexes on my JJ Ceramics Predator Bowl. My LYX dropped down one level, and I'm using my hose from my mat pair because it's one of my favorite hoses. Smoking a little bit of Starbuzz Serpent, G-Spot, and Sting Mint mixed with Trifecta Dark, Ventura Peach, and Dirty Mint. So a little minty, but really good. So everyone knows I've reviewed Coco Urth before. Well, after I did a review on them, apparently, they actually went back to the drawing board about their quality control and stuff like that, and they wanted to start some new things. So one of their newest products, of course, are these hex coals, which I will be showing a close-up of here in a little bit. But yeah, they're definitely different. When I first got them, I didn't really know how to use them that well, and I probably ruined several bowls. But I've gone through quite a few of them now, and I think I have it down. So I'm only using two on this bowl when I've actually used some hex coals from another company, and the coals from the other company were a lot lower heat. So I was actually using 3 coals on a bowl similar to this size, the 80 feet, and it was perfect for Tangiers and stuff like that. So I actually started using 3 of these coals and found out real quick that these are way too high heat for 3 of them per bowl. But the cool thing about them is, since, of course, they have the really small size, that means only a small part of the surface area of the coal is actually touching the bowl, which gives you a lot of room to play with when it comes to heat management. So if your bowl starts getting hot, you can easily just move these around and have very little of the coal touching the bowl. Or if it's not hot enough, you can much easier add more of the surface area by moving them in and stuff. It's a lot more play than when you're using flats or cubes, because you have a lot of surface area. It's almost like if, say, you're using flats and your bowl is getting too hot, you can do what's called stone hinging them, and you can actually flip them up on their sides. When it comes to cubes, can't really do that, because they're cubes, they're the same on all sides. But cubes I like to use for heat management systems, stuff like that. Every now and then I'll have just a foil bowl with cubes, but when it comes to just foil, I actually really prefer these hex coals. These Coco Urth Big Cubes, they are 26 by 26 by 26 millimeter. Yes, millimeter. Didn't want to get that wrong. These things are huge, but surprisingly enough, I did a weight test on these. The big cubes are about 18 grams, while these hex coals are 16 grams. So there's really not much of a difference in size-wise. It's really just that shape that makes all the difference.
Raindrops on mittens, snowflakes stay on my nose, flashes, snowflakes stay on my nose, flashes, raindrops on mittens, raindrops on mittens, snowflakes stay on my nose, flashes, snowflakes stay on my nose, brown paper packages tied
ball is smoking great with just 2 cubes, or hexes. I don't know, I keep calling them cubes for some reason, I don't know why. Probably because they're the same weight. But if you saw in the close-up, the one problem I do have with these hex coals, they are a little inconsistent, and it's probably just because it's really hard to get a perfectly shaped hex coal. My cat's going crazy right now. I think she's in heat, so that's fun. But if you notice, this side right here is a lot flatter and wider than the other 6 sides, and I don't know if that's just a production issue, or I've noticed it on quite a few of them actually. But yeah, when it comes to lighting them, they light up slightly faster than your cubes, about the same times as flats, around 6 to 7 minute mark. Actually, literally just timed it. So that's definitely a plus for me. Along with the heat management capabilities of the hexes compared to cubes, I really enjoy it. When it comes to heat output, they definitely put out a good amount of heat when it's just a foil bowl, but when it comes to like heat management devices or something, definitely stick with your cubes. As far as, you know, how well do they last, how long do they last, and stuff like that, I haven't had any problems with cracking or, you know, them splitting or anything like that. So they're perfect in that way. They do, after a while, they kind of shrink into long planks instead of smaller hexes. I don't know if that's just the way the air passes by them, it turns them into planks. So after about the 30-minute mark, when I ash them, they have a much wider surface area. So you definitely have to get used to that aspect. As far as longevity-wise, I usually put on a new set around the 45-minute mark. Anything after that, and they just don't put out quite enough heat for my liking. But yeah, I mean, I've really been enjoying them, and I definitely want to thank Coco Urth for sending them to me. If I could make any suggestion at all, it would definitely be to try to see if you can get them a little more consistent, because you definitely have some wobbly ones. This one has a slight curve to it. This one's a little straighter, but it also has that really big flat side. It almost looks like it was smushed during the drying process. The cubes, on the other hand, they have just performed outstanding. Nice high heat, even heat, no cracking or shelling off or anything like that, and haven't had any blackout issues from either of the two. So I've definitely been enjoying both of them. I'm out of the big cubes. This is the last of them I have. I have 8 left, so that's fun. But yeah, I mean, they're very well priced, and you can find them at pretty much any online store right now. It seems like the hex coals are the new big thing right now. Yeah, definitely happy with them, and I hope that if you are curious about them, this maybe helped a little bit to either get you to buy them or tell you that they're not going to be for you. So if you're definitely a foil smoker, definitely try them out. If you like to use heat management devices a little bit more, probably just stick with cubes. But definitely try out the big cubes from Coco Urth. Yep, so I'm going to get out of here. I have a date today with my beautiful wife, who's actually getting ready on the couch off camera. And yeah, I'm going to get off here and finish this bowl while she gets ready and have a good rest of the day. And I hope everyone else has a good rest of the day. And if you have any questions about these or anything that you think I may have missed, please tell me in the comments. Ask me questions, anything you want to know, or let me know what you want me to review next if I have it. So I'm going to get out of here, and see y'all later.